Author Tim Mollen is my guest. He is releasing 3 volumes of his lost journal all at once at an event at Binghamton Live on the Waterfront on Friday, August 22nd from 5:30 to 7:45.
Yeah, odd hours.
Hours. This is a collection of your columns, correct?
Yes, my humor columns that I started about 10 years ago. They've been in the Binghamton Press and Sun Bulletin, Ithaca Journal, Elmira Star Gazette, Cortland Standard, and about a dozen other small papers, some in Illinois, a couple in California.
Have you always been collecting your columns, or some of them got away?
No, I'm I would say I'm slightly OCD, so I archive everything, and that's been actually helpful for this. So I've got all my photos from forever ago, all my school papers, programs from all the plays I've been in. So I had a trove of information to draw on, and the columns, I've kept them all organized, and that paid off for
And I see from
together.
The book you haven't even withheld the rather embarrassing photos.
Oh, there's lots. So yeah, if people are familiar with the column, they know it's a lot of self-deprecating humor about growing up kind of a goofy, redheaded, skinny kid with glasses and braces and the whole 9 yards. And now there's all the pictures to prove it, and of my brothers in their horrible 70s and 80s apparel.
When did you decide to collect them all into books?
I think it was always my plan, really, because I'd love to write, but I couldn't picture myself sitting down and actually just writing a book from beginning to end. So they say write what you know, and I had a lot of family stories, very funny family. I'm the youngest of 6 boys, and they're all funny people. So yeah, when I started writing the column, I knew that someday I would want to put these all together in a collection. And right from the beginning, I actually started gathering the photos that would go with these and envisioning that someday they would make it even hopefully funnier.
Now, I know in my family, we have different recollections of things that happened.
Oh, yeah.
I clearly remember us telling stories, and someone would say, no, that's not what had happened. Yeah. Do you ever get any feedback from your family about you've got this completely wrong?
Absolutely. I stole a family saying from my older brother, Bob, who's truly the comedian of the family, really. He's the one in the family that makes everybody laugh. And he always said, never let the truth stand in the way of a good story. And my oldest brother, Jerry, who's the district attorney of the county here, Gerald F. Mollen, I should say his name properly, he has gotten in touch about a few of these and saying, you know, Tim, I think you got this wrong. And I've looked it up, and for sure he was right. Like, I wrote a column about going to Yankee Stadium with my brothers for a baseball game and piling into the station wagon. And Jerry pointed out that he was at George Washington Law School at the time. So I was like, oops. So yeah, I tell people it's based on a true story, but it wouldn't hold up like if Oprah, if I won the lottery and Oprah read my book, she would not think that I was up to her standards of memoir. But it's more for laughs.
And what are some of the other stories you've gotten feedback that it didn't really happen that way?
Let's see. Well, you know, it's interesting. When I've written this type of thing, it's made me think about biographers and autobiographies in general. I don't think people realize how difficult it is to reconstruct even a basic scene, even if it's something that you remember very well. Remembering who said such and such and what was the exact wording and even what day of the week was it, that if you're painting a rich picture of a particular day, you kind of have to make up stuff using your idea of what is the kind of thing that would have been going on, what type of clothes would they have been wearing, which of my brothers probably would have said this before they punched me in the face, that kind of thing.
Do the pictures help? Yeah.
And whenever possible, I did research to look up when things actually happened. And I would look up, so I have calendars from when I was a kid and whenever I had a school schedule that would help. That's sometimes how I came up with column ideas, was looking back through things like my college schedule. When was the first day of college? When was spring break? In grade school, when would we have had a roller skating party? Simple things like that. So yeah, I did as much research to actually get the information right when I could. But there were certainly a lot of instances where it's a little bit of gilding the lily, let's say.
Tell us about the Live on the Waterfront events that are taking place in Binghamton.
The city of Binghamton.
I had no idea these were taking place.
Yeah, it's a cool new thing, I believe, this summer. Down by the Court Street Bridge, in that new riverfront area that they've made into a public space, right near River Read Books. There's the Peacemakers stage down there. So the city of Binghamton has put together this event, and it is live music. I know there's going to be salsa music with Salsa Libre. They have a lot of fans in the area, and they're terrific. And some artists, and a lot of the local breweries are going to have samples of their beers. And I'm going to have a little table there and be selling and signing my books. So if folks want to come by and say hello, they're welcome to.
Once again, Tim Mollen, who is releasing his 3 books, The Lost Journal, volumes 1 through 3, on Friday, August 22nd from 5:30 to 7:45 at the Binghamton Live on the Waterfront, right outside River Read Books at the east end of the Court Street Bridge. If you'd like more information, you can go to timmollen.com. It's as easy as that. Support for this arts interview comes from the Broome County Arts Council. The arts mean business at broomearts.org. Tim, thanks for joining us.
Thanks very much, Bill.